Welcome back to the GeoWizard channel, everyone, the home of the mischievous adventure. By now you've seen me gallivant through many a field, stream and forest, vaulting countless barbed wire fences in search of some sort of adventure. You've also watched as I put my GeoGuessr skills to the test, attempting to figure out exactly where my sadistic wife had blindfolded and dumped me. But what if, as well as being blindfolded and driven to a random location, I had to find my way home using nothing but my knowledge of the landscape of Middle England and the sun? Well, the result was a head-scratching, fence-hopping, ditch-dodging, farmer-charming, bird-bothering, leg-destroying humdinger of a mission, and one that, despite being filled with water, would have me working up quite the thirst.
Can I have a gallon of lemon and lime, please?
Now, I pinched this idea from a fellow British adventure YouTuber called Wild Bear. She went for a much further distance, but allowed herself to navigate home along hiking trails and whatnot. It's a great video, but because I'm me, I thought I'd try a slightly different approach. Firstly, I would be dumped 20 miles as the crow flies from the magnificent spires of Lichfield Cathedral, near where I live, at an unknown location chosen by my glamorous wife/assistant, Verity. My aim would be to successfully navigate my way back to Lichfield before dark. In my bag, I'd have absolutely nothing except a couple of batteries, a bottle of water, and 2 small snacks to stay light. But the main restriction I gave myself on this one was to banish myself from any sort of main road. Without this rule, it would be quite easy to find a main road and follow signposts to major towns, and that would make for quite a boring video. Instead, if I wasn't beelining it through the fields, I would have to stick to those narrow country lanes that don't have any road markings on them. They're windy, they often lead to farms, dead ends or main roads, and my prediction was that they wouldn't be all that useful. Despite this, I was hopeful that with my missioning experience, fitness levels, geography knowledge and sense of direction, I could smash this challenge. But how would I cope with the drive there?
Right. Great weather. But the blindfold is going on. And it's not coming off until we're 20 miles away.
Will you pass my water, please?
To ensure I had no clue what direction we were heading, some disorientation was required.
Bloody hell, Michael Schumacher. Okay, I don't know where the hell I am now. And I'm going to be sick. Did you say you're doing this journey all on like minor wiggly roads as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got a bit of a knack for accidentally picking awful days for doing these adventures, and this day was no exception.
Verity's told me to film straight ahead. Oh, I think I can hear why. That bodes well. Really not enjoying this journey, to be honest. I need a piss. I feel sick. Am I moaning too much?
A little bit.
After a worryingly long time in the car, however, we were approaching our mysterious destination.
Oh, Jesus, Bab. I feel so sick. Is there a car coming?
Right.
Like
yeah.
this?
Right up against the car.
God knows what someone will think if they do drive past.
So just listen out for cars.
There's one coming, isn't there? I'm just there like that. Yeah.
Did you film?
Yeah, why? Was he laughing?
No, he was like concerned.
He's ringing the police. Ooh, we buy water. I hear lots of geese. Okay. Hi, everyone. Usually, when you see me in this clobber, I have one particular item glued to my hand at all times, don't I? The GPS system. Today, I'm going to have no such item. In fact, I'm going to have no map, no compass, nothing. I am currently standing somewhere in the English countryside, surrounded by absolute hordes of geese, by the sound of it. There's a local man who thinks that there's some sort of gangland killing going on. So yeah, shall I take the...
Go on.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. Middle of nowhere.
Imagine if you were just like, yep, we're here.
Just south of Snarestone, I think. No. It's 8:30. When do you think I'll be home? Next Tuesday.
I don't know if you'll make it.
Yeah, Verity thinks I may just not make it home, and you might have to pick me up from like Nottinghamshire or something.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
Once Verity had gone, I climbed this 4-foot bank to see if I could figure anything out, but I wasn't very successful.
Okay, bit of undulation over there, but that is absolutely all for me to be going off. It's lighter over there. That's where the only patch of like white is, and then that's south. That would have to be south, wouldn't it? I'm so confused. Why do I think we're in the east?
So I decided to pick a direction and get moving.
I'm going this way. So I will be lightly jogging when I can today. A, because it's going to be cold and wet potentially, and B, because I will not make it home otherwise before dark. So here we go down our first road.
But the momentum didn't last very long.
Oh my God, you are joking. How much did it rain last night? Get off. Oh, you little f***. This is not the speediest start.
In about 50 seconds, this painful skirting would prove completely pointless. But for now, a juicy signpost.
Oh, Bromstead, Moreton outwards and Gnossel, or Nossel. Don't know if the G is silent. I've never heard of any of them, thankfully. I wonder if there'll be a giveaway on this sign. Moreton, Millennium Hall, Moreton.co.uk, Lower Bromstead Lane. Nothing that gives it away. I know of a Moreton, but it's in the Cotswolds, so it can't be that. That's way too far away. Moreton. Where does it sound like it might be? Shit me. I timed that well. Let's head to it. Let's head to Moreton. We might be able to speak to someone and get an accent. How am I going to be able to run with this going on? How, I ask you?
The answer was not by pussyfooting around it.
Do you know what? I'm going in. Now, just for a bit of context, guys, we could be in a number of counties. Off the top of my head, we could be in Warwickshire, Staffordshire, Leicestershire, Derbyshire, Shropshire, Worcestershire. All of these counties, even regions within those counties, have quite distinct features. In certain areas, the names will sound similar, but based on Moreton, that could be anywhere, to be honest.
But then I remembered something from the last time I was blindfolded.
Bins, wheelie bins, will have the council on it. That one didn't, that said no parking, but let's look out for wheelie bins or other potential clues. I'm getting wet, aren't I? There's no two ways about it. Might as well embrace it. I like the fact that it is undulating. I really like that, because one thought I had is to try and get to some high ground, see if I can see any sort of landmarks or features in the distance that I might recognise.
First though, something even better.
Oh, there is a giveaway. A huge one. Stafford Council. Right, let me think.
But there were more clues over the road.
Newport. So Newport is a town west of Stafford. Stafford isn't far enough to be a starting point for us today. I think 5 miles west of Stafford is more likely. In an arc, we could be northwest, we could be southwest, and we're not far from Newport, which actually I think is on the more southwest side of things compared to Stafford. So I wonder if we can see that elusive sun. Let's get up on some high ground, shall we? In this churchyard. Yeah, this is a decent vantage point up here. Let's get right to the top of this hill, because I've got a little idea of a landmark that we might be able to see in the distance. I've got to get up there. How do I get up there without treading on someone's
grave. Up here we go.
A brambly wood bound by a slippery wooden fence led me up onto what I thought was a small ridge, but the hill kept going.
Even better, just get as high as we possibly can. Already I can see a bit further now. Ah, is that the Wrekin? That might be the Wrekin. That would be incredibly helpful, but that would not correlate with my theory that that's east. That would be west if that's the Wrekin. What I was hoping to be able to see from here was Cannock Chase. Big forest on a hill, huge forest. And it's pretty noticeable anyway, but there's also a tower on it, a television tower or a radio tower or something that you can see on a clear day from miles away. I mean, that would be very early to be unlocking such a big cheat code. But if that is the Wrekin, that's equally or almost as useful. I think what I'm gonna do is head for that ridgeline of trees over there in the hopes that beyond that is Cannock Chase visible. But that needs to be the Wrekin. Because if I walk in the wrong direction now for 3 miles, I mean, I've totally f***ed it.
But then,
what is this bulge of light appearing? Is that the sun? That would make perfect sense. Just want to have a quick look around here because I'm sure there's another big hill over towards Shrewsbury. Yeah, is that it in the distance? I can see some big hills over there. That would be almost towards Wales, that would be. We can actually see quite far today. That's very useful. Do need to watch out for farmers though. Making a beeline for those houses over there. Now this is the thing, how do I get out of here? There's a farm over there which I want to avoid. Ooh, a majestic hare. And just people's back gardens behind this hedge, I think.
as you may have seen in the first tenner in my pocket video, simply walking through the English countryside in one direction isn't always as easy as it sounds. For now though, I was in luck.
Is it a road through there at least? Yes, it is. Just need to find a gap. I'm so buzzing though to have already figured out which way is east roughly and also where we are. And I think we can get through here. Okay. What would be absolutely great, by the way, is if I found a public footpath that just happened to head the exact direction I was going. Is this one here? It is, but it's going slightly the wrong way. I need to be going this way. And despite the lack of public footpath, I'm going to go for it.
I could try to follow the country lanes at this stage, but I figured that there would be a lot more of that later on when I'd hopefully start to recognise the place names.
Maybe keep your voice down, Tom. And there are people there. 2 people in that garden.
For now, despite the risk of confrontation, it made more sense to slice through the fields. Another road appeared, but it was too perpendicular and no match for my desire to get to that tree line.
In we sneak.
The tree line itself proved to be a bit of an enigma, leading me through several more fields of varying moistness.
Okay, I think there's more climbing to do.
A farm over to the left hurried me towards this strip of woodland.
Into the trees we go. Oh. Little lovely woodland. Oh, another hare.
But the real forest was even higher up, and after more thorns, mud and barbed wire fences, I was entering its peacefully private parameters.
Really enjoying this adventure so far, guys. Because, as I always say, if there's unknowns and it feels new and fresh, and you don't know what the outcome's going to be, that's adventure. It feels great to be aiming for something high ground where the next clues will reveal themselves, and for that high ground to be in the exact direction I want to be going. The adventure is all going to plan so far, even if it is a little bit damp. I do need to be a bit careful though, because once again I look like a poacher.
This forest turned out to be massive, especially lengthwise, but with the morning sun bursting through its canopy, I knew exactly where I was going. I actually commented at the time that this bit felt just like a straight line mission, and madly enough, at that moment, I was heading directly towards Lichfield, something that wouldn't happen too many more times that day.
Might be coming to the end, but I think the land still climbs, which is fine by me. The higher the better, and there are some deer. Wow. Is this a little country lane? Yeah, I think it is. Right. We do still need to climb very gradually. There's a farm right in line with where I'm heading, but out the corner of my eye, we've got a signpost. Hopefully it's not a main road. Right, what we got? We've got High On, Chatwell, Blim Hill, Cowley and Nossel. And I'm pleased to say I haven't heard of any of them. High On, yeah. This looks like a ridiculous crest of a hill up here. Looks like we could have hilariously good views of Cannock Chase. That's what am I too hopeful? Maybe I'm too hopeful. What can we see? Oh yeah. We can see far. I mean, there is a lot of forest over there, which could be Cannock Chase, because I've got to remember, I don't know where exactly is east. I think it's roughly there. But I also don't know where I am exactly. I could be further south than I think.
I decided to carry on a bit further in a bid to unlock more of the view when my priorities suddenly shifted.
Oh, this poor bird can't fly. Do you want me to help? Shh, 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 shh. Hey, shh, shh, shh. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Let me pick you up. Let me pick you up. All right, maybe not in the puddle. Let me help. Oh, God. It's okay. Shh. Shh. It's okay. No, I think you've broken that, buddy. Yeah, that is broken. Oh, shall I call the RSPCA? Okay, apparently there's a good chance that this pigeon will recover. I've turned my phone on just to do this, by the way. I haven't looked at the map, I promise. But I am going to pick him up and put him in a field, because as I'm sure he knows all too well, the road isn't the safest place for him to be. I mean, it was dangerous enough when he could fly. Okay, buddy, let's get you in a field. No, 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 it's okay, it's okay. Oh, get out the puddle. Oh. Shh. There we go, buddy. No, 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 I'm going to take you to the field. Don't even try to resist. What should we call you? Woody. Woody, you're going over here. If I can get you over here. How about that? You're much safer in there, buddy. Not sure if that's a look of gratitude, but you're welcome, buddy. Right, on we go. And if we turn right, we might climb a little bit more and get a better view.
And sure enough,
now that's a much better view. I wonder, is that Cannock Chase in the distance? The very distance. I can't see the top of it, but it looks higher and dark like a wood. I'm going to head that way, starting with these fields. I'm going to cut through the fields again.
and 2 fields later, an even better view.
Yeah, you can see over there. It's a ridge, looks woody. I can't see the tower, Pie Green Tower it's called, but I'm fairly confident that that is Cannock Chase. It goes on for so long. I don't want to speak too soon in case I'm wrong, but if that is Cannock Chase, the start of this mission, which was crucial, has gone so much better than I thought it would. At the very least, I thought I would have gone the wrong way, you know, at the start for 1 or 2 or 3 miles, but none of that has happened. So I think we're going to nail it. I do think I'm going to nail it today, but I do have to get there, and it does look pretty far away, doesn't it?
Excited by the allure of this new target, I ploughed on into the fields, dreaming of an early finish.
I could watch some footy today. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
And that was good advice, because the journey to that target, which had just disappeared from view not to return for another hour and a half, would be far from plain sailing.
Shit.
Right now, I was using a farm just to the left of the sun as a guide.
We're in the middle of a farmer's territory here.
The closer I got to it, though, the bigger it looked.
Pretty big farm, isn't it?
Aside from dogs, I wanted to avoid a situation where I was booted off onto a main road with nowhere to go. Once again, though, I wasn't seeing an obvious route through which to sneak.
Shit, I don't know if I'm going to have a way through here, you know.
I crept carefully along the edge of the farmyard, looking for a gap in the hedge ahead, and then a track appeared.
Maybe here.
But unfortunately, this track led straight into the farmyard.
Don't like this. I'm going to go up here, guys. Slip away. I think I'm going to be seen. Whatever. I look so suspicious, don't I? And so incredibly wet.
This field led to another perpendicular road, and in the trees beyond it, a curious sight.
God, I've just noticed something pretty significant. A canal barge. And a bridge to confirm that there is indeed a canal. So I need to cross this canal. In fact, I need to go back to that road and cross it. There's the canal. Great steering.
More luck than judgment.
More luck than judgment. Although it is kind of cool missioning through the fields, I'm not making much ground. I've done 7.5k. So let's see what damage we can do on the country roads.
But it didn't take long for their unpredictable nature to rear its head.
Yeah, here you go. This is the problem. Look, the road bends round and all of a sudden I'm facing northwest. All that's going to happen is we'll hit a main road and we won't be able to use it. So I am tempted to get back into the fields, to be honest. Yeah, I'm going to do that for a bit. Ooh, after falling over.
From the field, I could see that the road actually led into a village. I did like the idea of a shop or a churchyard to get some water, but I decided to continue east for now, where I was met instantly with more water-based problems.
Shit, look at this flooded stream. Only a matter of time before I came across something like this. And this is the alternative to going on the roads. Let's try and cross it. I've made my mind up now. Oh, maybe we can use this tree. It does look deep though. Yeah, shit. Can I use this tree? It worked for me last time. Shall I give it a go? This time it's not dark for you. I don't know about this, man. This seems a bit dead. And by God, is it slippy. I don't want to get drenched, do I? It is tantalising though. Oh man, that's the branch I want. I just don't know if this is going to take my weight. And then what am I landing on? Barbed wire. Oh God. What are you doing, Tom? If you fall in there. I think that's a bit silly. Just because it's above a barbed wire fence, I'm not going to go for that. Don't know if I can get down though. Shit. Oh God, what have I done here? I'm stuck. I'm bloody stuck up here, man. This is ridiculous. Maybe I do just go for it. You're not going to die if you fall. I don't like it though. How about if we get over here and we just climb on this? What could go wrong? Maybe if I just sit on it. There we go. Alright, I've committed now. Oh God, that's what I'm hanging on to. Oh shit, it's going to spring up and it's really slippy. I need to make my way down it. Oh, okay. I think I'm alright. Oh my God. That was fun.
Still dry but behind schedule, I jogged and clambered my way through 3 more fields without any issues and glimpsed my new favourite sight.
Bit of tarmac. Lovely.
But hardly anywhere was safe from this incessant saturation.
I'd say that's the biggest puddle you've ever seen in your life down there.
Really? And I'm going to walk straight through it. Thanks for letting me know, mate. Wise decision not to go through in a Fiesta.
Yes.
Cheers, mate. Bring it on. Oh, is this Mini attempting it? Oh, there's a few cars, look. Maybe I can be the depth tester. Yeah, that'd be fun. You all right, mate?
What you're looking at it, oh yeah.
I'm going to be walking through it so I can be a depth tester if you like.
Yeah, okay, right.
Yeah. I'm already soaked, so
Yeah.
you didn't fancy it?
It looks like it's quite deep to me.
Yeah. I'll walk into the middle for you.
Okay, cheers. If you can walk this side there, because I
Okay.
want to get by the edge.
Okay. What do we reckon? It's halfway up my shin. Do you reckon? So it's all for nothing then? It's quite deep, yeah.
And after all that, Miniman might as well have gone in himself.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
There's going to be a few rounds sort of like this.
Well, good luck, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Second good deed of the day done. Time is 10:30 and I've done about 6 miles.
Further on up the road, more stranded yams.
I'm walking through that, yeah.
Have you already got wet feet? Or
Yeah, very wet.
I was going to say you can jump in and I'll back up again.
Oh, I appreciate that, but it's fine, yeah.
Right.
Well,
I know
you,
it's bad up there, didn't you? See that one, have you?
yeah, I've just walked through it, yeah.
Oh, okay, mate.
Have a good day, good luck. Becoming the theme of the day, this. Puddle wading. This one ain't too bad. I think he's going to have a bit of a shock when he gets to the other one because that's his idea of a deep one. I've got to say as well, the accent's pretty Wolverhampton.
I was now making good ground again and heading in what I felt was a decent direction, but then again the sun had moved quite far south by now, meaning I was too.
I think we need to veer left at some point. Huh. We actually have a bridleway here and the road bends right. I can't resist this. Let's see where this can take us, eh? This is exactly what I hoped from this adventure. I wanted it to have a mixture of fields, countryside, paths like this one, and the odd country lane. Too much of either end of the spectrum would have been either boring or impossible, really. Yeah, this is glorious. It's a beautiful day now as well, and I'm allowed to be on this path right now at least.
But you've guessed it, H2O, and the largest amount yet.
Another flooded river. I've lost the path, by the way, already, but that is no. Well, can I use this? Nah, no chance. We're gonna have to follow this until we find a crossing spot. So we're already zagging towards the sun. Oh.
It felt like a bridge was unlikely as I headed south now along what is usually a small stream.
Do I just need to get wet? Is that what needs to happen here? Can I use a tree? No. I'm not pushing my luck with the tree crossings. I don't know if I'm ever going to find a crossing spot here.
But then,
Please be, oh yes, it's a bridge. Get in. So glad I didn't try that. I think I'm back on the path as well. Yes. That is amazing. So peaceful here as well. Fantastic. Okay, on we go. This is perfect. This is effing perfect direction.
but how perfect could my direction really be?
I've also got to take into account where I've gone. Because if I've gone more north than I thought, then that affects where I'm heading in relation to the sun. And the sun is moving too, so there's a lot to think about. I can't imagine I'm getting this very right, but as long as it's roughly right.
I can reveal that I was getting it roughly right, but I had drifted slightly north too. What I should have done 20 minutes earlier at this junction was follow this road. This would have delivered me a whopping 4 miles east all the way to the village of Penkridge, which I've actually heard of, in less than an hour. But hindsight's a wonderful thing. One thing I had managed to do well was avoid farmers. Until now.
Oh, there's a guy. A guy with a dog. He's got to be a farmer. You alright, mate?
Right.
I am on a public footpath, aren't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay. Are you the farmer here?
No.
Oh,
Further down.
oh, okay.
I was just looking for a cow.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You lost one?
We've lost one somewhere.
Hello, mate. You lost one? Bloody hell.
I chatted to this young farmer and told him what I was doing, and refreshingly, and probably because I was on the footpath, he couldn't have been friendlier.
That sounds actually quite exciting.
It's quite a challenge, yeah. Yeah.
Would love dropping me off in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
A week.
200 miles away.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you find your cow anyway.
Yeah, well, if you see one running around anywhere, just give
Oh, yeah. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Good luck to you as well.
Thank you.
Potential third good deed of the day. Find a lost cow. I'll keep my eyes peeled. This is a brilliant track though. So glad to have found this.
I then hit a signpost-free junction and decided to take a left, still heading northeast.
It's kind of like sailing in a way. When you watch the sailing in the Olympics, they can't go straight to the buoy. They have to, at the right time, tack the other way and zigzag their way there.
I was zigging a little too much for my liking, but it was a delightfully remote and peaceful country lane and home to some of the funniest farmers in Staffordshire.
Oh yeah, you're right. Great stick.
Little knapsack in case you get hungry.
Yeah, exactly. My wife's blindfolded me and drops me off 20 miles from Lichfield where I live, and I've had to...
When's the divorce coming through? Oh, shouldn't I help you?
Don't help me, but I think I'm on the right track, yeah.
Yeah, the cattle.
Oh, the cattle. Are you a cattle farmer then?
Yeah, unfortunately. This
Well, good luck, mate. Oh, he's a fellow gate climber. Would you believe it? I wonder who's climbed more gates, me or him? That is a very good question, isn't it?
Half a mile later, I reached another junction, and this time there was a signpost.
Is this a main road? No, it is not. Brilliant. Well, I'm going to head that way then. Penkridge. I haven't heard of any of those other places, but Penkridge, I can picture it on a map. It's south of Stafford, and I don't think it's too far from Cannock Chase. Maybe 2 or 3 miles if I was to guess. So we are cooking as far as I'm concerned. The only slight concern is that I haven't seen Cannock Chase since the one time that I did see it in the distance, but I don't think that's an issue. We've been lower down in flatter lands, it hasn't been visible, and I think we're going to see it very soon.
But there was a fundamental flaw with this particular route to Penkridge.
Oh no. This is a road markings road. Oh God, I was doing so well. Shit. And to make matters worse, we've got a big dairy farm there, which I could hear a mile off. And over here we've got tractors. Fuck. What do I do? Can't go in here, they'll see me. Genuinely a bit stuck here. They ain't going anytime soon, are they? Do I go for it? They'll probably see me. They probably won't chase me, but if they do, and they kick me off, they'll be kicking me off onto a main road.
For a while I mulled it over, hoping the blokes would finish building their fence and leave, but then I had another idea.
To be fair, I might be able to just sneak through here, guys, and just follow that hedge down there. Should we give that a go? Yeah, let's just give that a go, man.
Sadly, we're gonna have to leave it there for part 1 of this adventure. So far, I'd done a decent enough job of making my way east towards Lichfield, but ultimately it had taken me too long to travel what was actually quite a small distance. If I was gonna succeed in this mission, I needed to get a move on. Be sure to tune in next week to see if I make it through this farmyard unscathed,
Oh, there's a worker.
get myself out of this prickly predicament,
That is extremely painful, and I can't get up.
and ultimately find out if this weary-legged and befuddled explorer
I am so confused, mate.
can make it home before dark.